We talk a lot about understanding stress, what's happening inside our nervous system when we get overwhelmed. But today, we're going to shift from just understanding it to taking action. We are getting super practical about how you can actually recover.
And this, right here, is the core idea for our entire explainer. Here's the thing. Insight is great, but it won't stop a stress response while it's happening. To do that, you have to give your body actual physical signals that the danger is over. You have to literally flush the stress hormones out of your system. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how.
But first, let's quickly talk about why this is so critical. This isn't just about feeling better. Chronic stress, the kind that comes from having high cortisol for a long time, isn't just an emotional thing. It is physically damaging. Now, what's wild about this slide is just how real this damage is. I mean, we're talking about cortisol literally shrinking the parts of your brain that are responsible for self-regulation. It messes with your heart, it weakens your immune system, and it can even degrade your bones. This isn't just self-help fluff. This is deep physiological self-care. Okay, but here is the good news, and this is the really important part. Your body is not your enemy in this. It hasn't forgotten how to find its balance. It's actually ready and waiting to recover. All it needs is permission, the right signals from you to kickstart that healing process. So how do we give it that permission? Well, we use a toolkit. Let's walk through 5 simple, science-backed tools you can start using today to physically flush out that cortisol and hit the reset button on your nervous system. First up is the oxygen hack. It's simple. Breathe in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 8. That long exhale is the whole key here. It's a direct biological signal to your parasympathetic nervous system. That's your body's rest and digest mode, that the threat is gone. You are manually telling your body, hey, we are safe now. This is your fastest tool. You can do it absolutely anywhere. Next up, for when your brain is just stuck in that anxiety loop, you need something to interrupt the pattern. You've got 2 great options here. Option A is sensory grounding. Name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, and so on. The other is even simpler. Just count down from 5 to 1. Both of these force your brain to focus on the present moment, and they pull you out of that past and future thinking where all the anxiety lives. Tool number 3 is all about movement. See, when you're stressed, your body floods your system with cortisol and blood sugar. It's getting you ready to run from a predator. But you're not running, right? You're sitting at your desk. Walking for 3 or more hours a week isn't really about fitness in this context. It's about chemistry. It lets your body burn off all that built-up stress fuel, and it finally completes that biological cycle. All right, let's talk about heat. A sauna, a hot tub, even just a really warm bath, these act like a biological reset button. Warmth signals this profound sense of safety to your nervous system. Your blood vessels relax, circulation gets going, and your body can literally flush out the cortisol. You know that tension in your jaw and shoulders? Heat just melts it away. This is not an indulgence, this is medicine. And I love this one. It's a powerful mental reframe. So when you feel small or intimidated, do the lion check. First, ask yourself, is there an actual lion in the room? Is my physical safety at risk? The answer is almost always a big, fat no. Second, ask, theoretically, could I hold my own here? This simple question reminds your nervous system that you are a capable adult, not a helpless child. It just recalibrates the threat level instantly. Okay, so those 5 tools are incredibly powerful, but they work best when you're not already running on fumes. That's why we have to build a strong foundation. Let's cover 3 non-negotiable habits for your recovery. Meet the morning anchor. Your cortisol is naturally at its highest in the morning. Now, if your blood sugar is also crashing because you skipped breakfast, you're basically starting your day in a state of high alarm. Eating a breakfast with protein and fiber within an hour of waking up is one of the most underrated anxiety management tools there is, period. What about waking up at 3 a.m. with your heart racing? A lot of the time, that's actually a blood sugar crash that's triggering a cortisol spike. A super simple fix can be a small snack with some protein and carbs, think peanut butter on a cracker, right before bed. This can help keep your blood sugar stable all night and keep you asleep. And finally, the digital sunset. That blue light from our screens is literally telling our brain it's still daytime. This blocks the deep, restorative sleep that your brain absolutely needs to repair itself. So turning screens off 2 hours before bed, this is not a small tweak. This one change can have a dramatic impact on everything else we've talked about. So we've covered a ton of really powerful stuff, from physical tools to these foundational habits. But knowledge isn't the final step. The most important part is actually making the choice to start.
So I want you to just look back at those 5 main tools we talked about: the oxygen hack, the pattern interrupt, movement, heat, or the line check. Which one of those feels the most doable for you right now? Don't try to do everything at once. Just pick one. Your first step is to just choose one and commit to trying it this week.
Let's end right where we began, with this powerful truth. Your nervous system is not broken. It's been doing its absolute best to protect you. And now you have the tools to give it what it truly needs, to give it that permission to finally and fully heal.